Describe a few of the characteristics participants mentioned in the video. Discuss if you agree or disagree that those traits reflect how cisgender men, people whose gender identity as male and were born with male sex organs, are expected to act and look in today's society. There were a lot of things that men brought up in the video when it came to being a man. Types of characteristics were being strong, not crying, tough, and the like. I have to disagree with these types of characteristics. The reason why I disagree is because these are stereotypes of how a man should be. Men have different personalities, and we should recognize that. Just because they don't play sports or are not good at it, it doesn't mean they're not a man. They have different ways of thinking, which shouldn't be looked at negatively. List at least 2 other traits that come to mind when you consider what it means for cisgender men to do gender the right way, and explain why you think those traits describe what's socially expected of a modern cisgender man. 2 traits that come to mind is showing empathy and being serious. This is what I see cisgender men doing out in the social world. There comes a time when we like to play and mess around, but sometimes it's not going to be like that every day. It's a nice thing to see someone being serious and showing empathy towards a person, because we need that. This is what I see when it comes to the cisgender men. However, not every man is like this, but I still see this as an acceptable thing. Some in the video discussed feeling pressure to lean into activities associated with masculinity. Examples include participating in fantasy football, working to change their bodies. Others discuss feeling pressure to lean away from acting in ways that contradict expectations of masculinity. Examples include using a pink lunchbox in public. List an activity you think would contradict social expectations of masculinity, and explain why you think it would come with negative consequences. The men in the video expressed their views on the video subject. One of them used to carry a pink lunchbox to school, and the boys and girls made fun of him for having it with him. They thought it was wrong for him to have that type of lunchbox because it didn't fit the male gender. In my opinion, having the color pink for a man is not wrong, because it's just a color. Does it tell a story? The only way a color can make a story if the person gives meaning to it. An activity that would contradict social expectations is masculinity is creating clothes or modeling. Men who create clothes or model clothes could be looked at negatively because people see women doing this type of thing. They believe it's more of a woman thing. The type of consequence that could happen is men getting shut down figuratively and or physically. For the women, pick one other thing from Debbie's story that was particularly interesting or surprising to you. What was it, and why? One thing from Debbie's story that was interesting to me was her saying her mom had a surprise reaction to hearing that her daughter wanted to go into engineering. Though this reaction is not surprising to some, it still shows how others feel when it comes to gender and jobs. That is why women's rights were placed years ago, so that they could bring their voices out into the public. Women can do the same job men do. It doesn't make them weak, because they're the contrary. We have different mindsets, but women can still try to get the work done. Is the work industry you're thinking of joining considered male-dominated? Is it like male-controlled or female? Find out by searching. There are a lot of jobs out there that are male-dominated or female-dominated. The work industry I want to be in the future is the field of psychology. Psychology is such a powerful subject because it deals with the human mind and how it operates both mentally and physically. According to Zippa, 64.8% of all psychologists are women, while 35.2% are men. What I learned from this search is that women are more aware of the mental state of people and are more nurturing. They want to help those in need and the like. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.